So this is just your weekly reminder that we post every Wednesday at 5 p.m. on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube for the full visuals. Go follow us on our Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook platforms at Nothing But Controversy. Twitter, it's at NB Controversy. Go to nothingButControversy.com to view our articles written by Shaner and Cam. And go to our Instagram page and click the link in our bio to get access to all of our social media platforms.
This is Nothing But Controversy. Four guys on a podcast and we're talking about sports. Four guys on a podcast and we're talking about sports. Nothing But Controversy with Matt, Dawson, Cam, and Shaner.
What's up, guys? And welcome to episode 27 of the Nothing But Controversy podcast. I'm excited for this week. We have a very special announcement. So just before we start this week, I just want to change it up how we start the episode. I actually want to take attendance here of the Nothing But Controversy hosts. So I'll start. Matt, present, of course. Dawson?
I'm here.
Cam?
Yeah.
Shane?
Yeah.
And it says we have a new student. And, his name is Liam. Are you present?
Here.
Of course.
Yes, sir.
There he is.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to the Nothing But Controversy family. We made it official. We said, "Fuck it, buddy. We're gonna expand. We're gonna go from 4 to 5 and get some more takes, some more controversy, and just an all-around great guy. So welcome to the squad."
Thanks, boys. Can't fucking wait.
All right. Here we go on episode 27. Let's go over the schedule. We're going to start with This Week in Sports, and then we're going to bring back a very highly anticipated segment hosted by Dawson called Conspiracy Time. And then we're going to go onto our question of the week. Then we do our bold prediction of the week. Then we're bringing back This or That. Haven't done that in quite a while. Then we're going to go to NBC Trivia, hosted by Dawson once again. And then we're doing top 5 current Conn Smythe candidates out of the last 4 teams. And then we ended off with Lock of the Week in terms of betting. So let's get it started with This Week in Sports. And of course, the first thing we have to talk about, as we live in Montreal, we've been riding on the Habs bandwagon ever since they started the playoffs. We got to talk about this Habs Vegas series. Listen, we're filming Monday because we can't film tomorrow, and we're posting Wednesday. So by the time you guys are listening to this, you guys might be even watching Game 2 already.
Habs will be up 1-0.
Yeah, so we haven't even seen them play Game 1. But I just want to hear your guys' analysis on this series. What do you guys think is going to happen?
I mean, I think it's tough because I still think on paper, Toronto's the most talented team we've faced so far these playoffs. That's not to say they're the best team or they play as the best team. But on paper, Toronto's the most talented team. I think we match up I think we're fairly similar to Vegas. Like, we're both a pretty balanced team, getting not carried by goaltending right now, but backed by really good goaltending. So I think it's going to be a fucking great series.
Yeah, I'm super excited. Same points as Dawson. What I'm excited to look at is Pacioretty and Suzuki. As we know, they both got traded for each other.
Yeah.
So hopefully, Suzuki has a sick series and maybe can score a couple goals and contribute offensively. So yeah. I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, I think like Dawson said, it's gonna be definitely a goalie matchup to watch. I mean, anytime you get down this late in the year where there's 4 teams left, every team's goalie is hot. That's what we're seeing right now, especially in Montreal and Vegas. Fleury's putting on a show. Carey Price, as we've known it for a while now, he's putting on a show. But Vegas is a really physical team. Montreal definitely hasn't played a team close to as physical as Vegas yet. So I think that's going to be a bit of a challenge for them. But Montreal's been pretty physical these playoffs as well. So I think they definitely need to keep that up to keep up with Vegas. But we'll see. I think it's going to be a good series, though. I'm excited.
Yeah, you guys touched on the goalies and everything, but I think my favorite matchup is the matchup of the power forwards, Alex Tuck against Josh Anderson.
Yeah.
And I just want to see, like, those two guys, like, two workhorses that just go to the corners get in front of the net and everything. I think those two guys are going to be the most fun to watch in a series like this, where it's going to be super defensive and big hitting and everything like that. So those are the two guys I'm watching this whole series.
And like before we move on to the next like topic or whatever, like I feel like everyone like we were talking about like how the goalie matchup and like the goalie matchup. People forget that Marc-Andre Fleury and Carey Price are literally the goalies of our generation. Like I think it's pretty non-debatable that they're 1 and 2. I would say Carey Price is 1, but I think maybe I'm wrong. But I think we've only seen them play each other once, and that's when Yaroslav Halak was actually starting. Like, so we haven't really seen Carey Price and Fleury go at it in a major series. So that's something that you guys that people gotta appreciate, because we maybe like never might see it again. You never know. You never know when Fleury or Price is gonna retire. They're getting up there in age. Like, but yeah, I mean it's super special to see them playing at such a high level, even like at this late in their career. So that's an unbelievable.
Before we move on, there's an absolute fucking hurricane going outside my house right now. It is fucking crazy. All right, we can move on.
Okay, so if we see the freaking roof blow off of Dawson's house, we're ready for it. Okay. Anyways, let's move on to. I have like 3 things to bring up. So the second thing I'm going to bring up is we had a major fight card in the UFC this past Saturday, UFC 263, where we saw 2 championship fights. We talked about 3 fights, like the 3 main fights before in the last episode. So I'm just going to go over those fights. Leon Edwards fought Nate Diaz. Leon Edwards absolutely dominated that fight until the 24th minute, where Nate Diaz absolutely landed a shocker of a punch, basically knocked out Leon Edwards on his feet. He stumbled backwards, and instead of going to finish the job, Nate Diaz, such a Nate Diaz move, just decided to point at him.
Absolutely.
Bro, he could have finished him. I swear to God, he could have finished him.
100%. But you know
what?
what?
Probably knew that too.
It was hilarious. Freaking such a Nate Diaz move. That guy is such a star. That like one of the best like things is like everyone, like every like reporter says like he loses fights and still like wins the night. Like
yeah, absolutely.
Like he's just that guy. Everyone wants to. He's a big payday. Like first of all, like Leon Edwards, I don't know. He might have fucked his title shot getting knocked out pretty much on his feet there, but he was holding on that last minute. It was crazy, but I love watching Nate Diaz fight. This guy just leaks blood. It's hilarious. This guy gets caught with one punch, and his eyes are like his eyes are covered in blood. His whole face is just covered in blood the entire day.
Yeah, he has like some scar tissue issue.
Yeah. I heard the announcer saying that.
Him and his brother too. Like they both, and I think Nick got surgery to fix it, or to try and fix it. But yeah, that's like an ongoing meme.
Yeah,
imagine Nick and Nate fought. That'd be fucking crazy.
There's rumors about it. So
really?
Don't be surprised. Yeah,
Fuck.
Don't be surprised. Nate
that would be fucking crazy.
Nate said he would not be opposed. So,
but it also killed me. Nate, not to stick on this too long. Nate Diaz, like he'd get punched in the face and then he'd back up and he'd literally fucking twerk. Like I was fucking crying.
Yeah.
He was so fucking fun.
Yeah, it was good. Second fight we're gonna talk about was for the UFC Flyweight Championship, where we saw Brandon Moreno, the number 1 ranked UFC Flyweight contender, submit the champion in Davison Figueiredo in the 3rd round? Unbelievable upset. Lost me a whole bunch of money because I bet on Figueiredo. So thanks, Moreno. But listen, Moreno's just one of those guys that you just can't hate. What an absolute lovely energy that guy has. Everyone loves him. I love him. What a great guy. I'm sad to see Figueiredo go down, but Brandon Moreno dominated that fight from the get-go. So
first Mexican world champion too.
Yeah, 100%.
Very cool.
So congrats to you.
I think Figueiredo came out I don't know if it was cocky or what. I know those guys both have a lot of respect for each other. You saw that in the pressers throughout the week, but I don't know. Figueiredo came out really flat. Yeah, and hats off to Brandon Moreno. Really messed up my lock of the week, but it was a good fight to watch. It was entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good.
Yeah, I guess Shane doesn't really watch that stuff.
I was not watching. I was sleeping.
I was watching, but
actually, second card I ever bought.
You bought it?
Yeah, I was up north. Couldn't find a stream at all. the Wi-Fi wasn't working too well. So we're 5 guys. We're just like, fuck it. Let's
Good card
buy the
to buy if you're gonna buy one.
Huh?
Good card to buy if you're gonna buy one.
Absolutely. I was not disappointed one bit.
I was stuck at work and then I went to bed. That's what I did on Saturday night.
And listen, then we go on to the last fight of the night, which was the main event where we saw the UFC middleweight championship, where the champion Israel Adesanya won by unanimous decision over Marvin Vettori, 50-45, scored by all 3 judges. I mean, listen, there's not much to say. In their first fight, the only points that Vettori really got were from taking him down, and Adesanya just would not let him take him down. It was an absolute, first of all, it was a defensive freaking masterclass by Adesanya. That's scary to people in the middleweight division, man, because a lot of people can't strike like he can. Because first of all, Adesanya is probably the best pure striker we've ever seen in the UFC, but like, if he could defend your takedowns like that, that's a scary guy. That's why Kamaru Usman's becoming such a scary guy to fight in the welterweight division, because he used to not really have hands. He would just freaking take people down and just freaking like bury them in the ground, you know. But now like he's knocking people out cold on their feet, and like that's so scary. Like that's crazy. But yeah, congrats to Adesanya. Guy always puts on a show. This guy was laughing during the fight, like
Absolutely killed me at the end when the guy who's fighting is just like and punching his leg, and Izzy at the end of the fight, he's just like and he gets up and he goes fucking crazy. Absolutely killed me.
Okay, so like at the end of the fight, right when that happened, like the horn blows, Marvin Vettori like turns around and walks away, and like Adesanya fakes like he's on the ground, like hurt, like he starts crying on the ground. All I see is this meme. It's this picture. It's like, imagine your stream cuts out and you turn it back on, and all you see is this. You just see Adesanya on the ground and Marvin Vettori standing up. Like,
I saw a thing too that Vettori went over to him because they talked for like 10 seconds, and you saw Izzy like kind of laugh and walk off. Vittori said to him like, I won that fight, or something along those lines. And Adesanya just laughed it off and said, whatever helps you sleep at night, and walked away. And then
that's gangster.
Unanimous decision. He won every single round. So
yeah,
hats off to him. Good fight. Entertainment at the end for all the fans.
To me, it was only the second round where I had it literally, it could have gone either way, but all the other rounds I had Adesanya winning clearly. So it was good. Anyways, that was UFC 263. And now we move on to the third thing I'm going to bring up in This Week in Sports. And this is kind of a super serious topic. So what happened was, even if you're not a soccer fan, you probably really heard about this. So in the third game of the Euros, between Denmark and Finland, basically the biggest star in the game. So Denmark's Christian Eriksen fell into cardiac arrest in the middle of the game, and apparently the doctor said he was quote unquote gone on the field before they used a defibrillator. So basically, if you haven't seen the video, basically what happens is they're in like almost the corner of the field, and they have a throw in, and Eriksen's open, so he's running towards the guy. The guy with the ball throws it in towards Eriksen, and you could almost see Eriksen like was already done. So like he's already kind of like stumbling forward. The ball hits him in the chest, and he just falls to the ground straight on his chest. Okay. The camera cuts out and then cuts back to him like 2 seconds later, and he's just on the ground. You just see his eyes like this. Like, dude, it was like, that's one of the most scary things I think I've ever like witnessed. Like, I was playing golf at this point, and I started getting like a bunch of texts from my buddies, like, what the fuck just happened? You know, like I have no idea what's going on. And I went and looked at it after, but that is such a scary thing that he brought out the defibrillator, did CPR on the field, and brought him back to life. And like, it kind of like makes you think like how precious life is. Like, these guys are in top tier shape, like nothing but the best care, nothing but the best like physio. They're in great shape. Like, and this guy just basically just died on the field and got brought back to life.
Yeah, it's fucking
pretty
crazy.
much shut down the entire sports world. Everyone was tweeting saying like prayers up or whatever. Like, even like the Habs, the Montreal Canadiens were doing, like teams like that, like teams that have nothing to do with soccer. And what happened was their game got postponed in the 53rd minute, and people are lashing out at UEFA for what they did. They gave them 3 options. They said, we're going to you guys can resume in the 53rd minute to play, at 2:30 or whatever. We could postpone it tomorrow, resume in the 53rd minute, or you forfeit and lose 3-0. So people are like saying like, what is wrong with you? Like literally like I get it. Like maybe even postpone it to like the end of the, like maybe like the last day of like match play. Like obviously you could figure something out, but like how are you going to force a team that just saw their best player go down and basically die on the field in front of their eyes? How are you going to make them come back and play maximum by tomorrow? Or else they forfeit a very important game, which they ended up actually losing 1-0. But like that's kind of like, I guess I understand where the Euro's coming from. Like they
I mean, it's
they
probably
don't wanna
like
fuck up
a
the schedule and stuff, but I think they could have done something about it.
that, and it's probably like a standard that's put in place. Like it's not like they came up with this resolution. Obviously, you can make adjustments, and they should have made an adjustment in this case. I don't think like they came up with that ruling on the fly, but no, as long as he's fine, I don't like. That's all that matters in this story, really.
Yeah, that was a scary sight. But also, like, shout out to that medical staff. Like, they just brought a guy back to life within a minute. You know, like they took care of that, and you know, like I think they're not getting enough like recognition. But,
Absolutely.
yeah, that was great.
Anyone else?
Cam's got nothing to say.
I mean, it was like you guys said all there is to say. I mean, obviously it's super unfortunate. Like you said, life is short, man. You never know. But that was crazy. Like you said, they're in great shape. I guess overtraining exists, and this is probably what happened in this case. I guess we'll wait and see what the cause was, but super unfortunate. I'm happy he's okay. Yeah.
All right, let's move on, I'd say.
Yeah, go ahead, Dawson. I'm done.
Well, on top of the great fights we saw on the UFC card this weekend, we also had some other fights. The TikTokers took on the YouTubers in the battle of the platforms in what was an absolute rout of the TikTokers. The YouTubers blew them out of the fucking water. It wasn't even close. The first fight of the night was FaZe Jarvis. He's in FaZe Clan, which is this gaming group. And he absolutely put a beating on this TikToker, knocked him out in like the second round, like knocked him clean out. Like absolutely beating the shit out of this guy. The rest of the fights were okay. The co-main event between this guy Anderson Gibb and Taylor Holder, that went to a decision, and they ruled it a unanimous draw. Even though anyone who watching the fight,
it was Hassan Gibb, right?
Yeah, he absolutely like double the punch count, double the punches landed, like all of that, absolutely destroyed him. But it also came out today that he submitted like not a complaint, but like whatever, and they actually ruled in his favor, and the committee sent him an apology saying that it was a human error, that someone did that. So everyone scored the fight like 50-45 or something like that, or one guy scored it like 49 something. But apparently it was a human error, and they should never have read it as a unanimous draw, which was crazy.
That guy, Hassan Gibb, was Jake Paul's first fight. Did you know that?
Exactly. Yeah. But he looked good. Like he looked like he was in good shape. And then the main event, I'm so fucking happy. Fucking Austin McBroom, don't love that guy either, but he absolutely laid a smackdown on this fucking loser Bryce Hall. Bryce Hall, like in his fucking presser, he was like, I've been in over 40 street fights, blah, 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 blah. And then he got in the ring, and like, I don't know if you watched the highlights, any of you guys, it was fucking bad. Like his head was just poof, getting like knocked back constantly. It was ugly, nose bleeding, fucking huge puffy eye. It was bad. But
listen, I'm gonna let you guys talk about this because I don't watch TikTokers. Couldn't care less. Did not watch a second of that event. So go ahead, guys, because I'm out on this one.
It was it was fun to watch. Like they don't like, not for nothing. Like they all looked obviously way better than like Nate Robinson and things like that. Nate Robinson, I don't know if he didn't train or whatever. He looked like a fucking idiot. But no, these guys, like they actually looked like they somewhat knew how to box, which was at least made it somewhat interesting. I don't know if you guys have anything to add, or if you guys even watched it, but the highlights were crazy. I liked it.
I
personally
turned it
didn't
on.
watch it.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it. I did see the McBroom highlights and like the part where the ref actually called it, and that was like,
Yeah,
I
you
don't
could
know.
tell. You could tell though this ref was getting fucking tired of them. Like they're just hugging each other every 5 minutes. The ref's like, and he's like literally grabbing them. Like he's making faces like that. He's laughing and all that shit. Like he was pissed. But
Yeah, I mean, I understand that.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyone else
I
watch the
an ad.
Battle of the Platforms?
I watched it about 5 minutes and then had to turn it off.
Yeah.
Before we move on, I just gotta say, thank God YouTubers won because God, TikTok, man.
Yeah, absolutely. It wasn't close. It wasn't close.
Go ahead, Liam, if you have anything to bring up.
I do not.
All right, Cam.
I have a few, nothing major. You guys covered a lot of stuff, but some NFL developments over the last few days. Aaron Rodgers obviously not reporting to Packers camp. Stephon Gilmore now,
Yeah.
who has a year left on his contract, could be fined the same amount as Rodgers. I think it's $93,000. He will not be reporting either. So that's something to watch because there's been a lot of trade talks over the last year or so surrounding him. He might be on the move soon. And then today, my beloved Eagles signed Nick Mullins, which
No way, bro.
Super Bowl champs.
I mean, I
He's starting over Hurts.
yeah, I don't know how to feel. It's kind of weird. I'm not happy about it. I don't really like that guy. And also, when the Eagles played, it was one of like one of the 4 games that the Eagles won this year with their very lackluster defense, and he started. So I'm just tired of the Eagles. So I just had to bring it up and vent. But I'm done now.
That's it.
All right. Just a couple hours ago, Gerard Gallant, my boy. Bro, I don't know how many off seasons this has to happen, where everybody's like, "Oh, he's coming to the Habs," and then he just doesn't. I'm tired of this. Please stop getting my hopes up for him to come to Montreal and then for him to just shatter my heart. So next time he's available, I don't want to hear anybody talk about him in Montreal.
I mean, if the Habs got bounced in the first round, we might be having a different conversation.
I don't care. It's fine. Okay. I'm just tired of hearing that he's coming to Montreal to get my hopes up, just to have my heart completely shattered. So
At this point, Ducharme deserves his bag. He got us this far.
He did. But you can't say Ducharme's as good of a coach as Gerard Gallant is.
I mean, Gerard Gallant's also, if you get your hopes up every year, that means he's fucking getting fired every year.
Also, he did not deserve to get fired from Vegas.
I agree. I definitely agree. And you know what? I think it's interesting here because Jack Eichel obviously wants to be traded. New York is looking like the landing spot for him. I mean, it's really way too early to say, but they were a bubble playoff team this year, at least for like almost 3 quarters.
Didn't really play.
Pardon me?
Panarin didn't really play much.
Exactly, and Lafreniere was a bit like definitely less what's it called? He had less of an impact than they hoped.
Yeah.
But if that team adds Jack Eichel, we might be.
Yeah, but what are they going to have to give to get Jack Eichel?
Pardon me?
What are they going to have to give to get Jack Eichel?
D'Angelo.
That money.
Tony D'Angelo.
I don't think Buffalo's taking Tony D'Angelo.
I don't think Tony D'Angelo is a part of the Rangers anymore.
He technically he's under contract, but apparently they're trying to buy him out.
Okay.
Montreal wants him.
I think it's a good hire for New York. That's all I had to say, really.
I agree. It's a terrific hire for them.
All right. Well, listen, that's it for this week in sports. And now we're going to move on to a very highly anticipated and wanted segment hosted by Mr. Dawson himself. Segment we're bringing back called Conspiracy.
That's excited.
What do you got cooking this week?
Well, I don't expect many of you to know this person, but this week's conspiracy theory revolves around this girl named Lana Rhodes.
Oh no,
I don't know her. I don't know if you guys know her.
never heard of her.
Cam definitely doesn't know her. He has a girlfriend. Okay.
I was going to say, isn't she a porn star?
He is a porn star.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Dirty dog.
Oh, man.
Anyways, so a lot has come out on this rumor, and who said player is and whatnot. But basically, Lana Rhoades has a podcast. And on this podcast, she said that she went on a date with a basketball player. And this basketball player brought his fuck buddy, excuse my language, and for all the children watching, brought his friend on the date with them in case she didn't want to put out. Okay, so, which is crazy to begin with.
I
And
already
we
know.
have
who
absolutely
this
no
is.
idea who this basketball player is.
You don't know who it is?
Oh,
No, I do.
Okay, but there's a lot of shit behind. Like, the guy who did it didn't just come out and say, "Oh yeah, it was me." Like, people did digging on this to find it.
Are you gonna
But-
say his name or just later?
Oh, I'm fucking saying his name.
Okay.
Absolutely. Anyways, so I have notes here. So she was in a game for New York, a game in New York, and went out with a player. And this player brought along another friend in case she did not want to put out, in case she did not want to have sex. So it's in New York City. So it's down to one of two teams. It's down to the New York Knicks or the Brooklyn Nets. Okay. And she also revealed on another podcast that about a month earlier, she was on a date with this same basketball player in Miami, partying with this basketball player who was in town. So it's not a member of the Heat. It's someone who was coming to play the Heat. Who was in town? The
Derrick
Brooklyn
Rose.
Nets. The Brooklyn Nets were in town. Okay. So we know now that the player that Lana Rhoades went on a date with plays for the New York Nets.
Dawson, this is so good.
Thank you. Okay.
Can't imagine people listening to this not knowing who the basketball player.
Anyways, so on her podcast, she went and said that, oh, this guy that I'm seeing, blah blah blah, he's a Virgo. Okay, which is like his not virgin, like he's had sex before. He's a Virgo, like his astrological sign. So people went to the Brooklyn Nets roster after connecting these dots, and there's one Virgo, only one Virgo
Yeah.
on the Brooklyn Nets roster. And that player, arguably the greatest scorer of all time, Kevin Durant. So Kevin Durant went on a date with Lana Rhoades and brought along a friend in case Lana Rhoades did not want to have sex. Okay? Lana also said that this guy's boring. He has no likes or dislikes. He has no interests. He has no hobbies, blah, blah, blah. I don't know about you guys, but that sounds exactly like KD. Like KD to me, like you know on Barstool, the guy 1 Minute Man or whatever.
Yeah.
Like he says, I just picture Kevin Durant as like this asexual being who's just like put on this earth to play basketball. Like when he's not playing basketball or practicing, like he just goes home to recharge. Like he doesn't have sex or anything like that. He's just like he's just there to play basketball.
And he claps back on Twitter every once in a while.
Exactly. So this is where it gets interesting. Everyone knows that it was Kevin Durant because it was released and whatnot. But what was also released is, and this is all speculation from here on out, but Lana Rhoades is pregnant. Okay, this part is not speculation. She is pregnant.
Yeah, she
is pregnant. But what I'm about to say is speculation. Okay, so she released a picture of her sonogram, which is when she went to see she was pregnant. You see the baby in there, whatever. And on it, it says January 13th or something, 2022, which everyone assumes is the baby's due date. Okay? But if you rewind January 13th, you rewind 9 months, that lands us in the April/May timeframe. Okay? She had a boyfriend, this guy Mike, who does vlogs and whatever. They were broken up in March. They hadn't connected since March. But who did she go on a date with in April in Miami? Kevin Durant. So Kevin Durant, like I said, the Nets played in Miami on April 18th. Her due date is January 2022, meaning the child was conceived in April or May, around there, all around the time that she is seeing the great Kevin Durant. Now, not to put this lady down, but she also is a porn star. So I don't imagine there's a shortage of guys that she is having sex with at this time. But there's a very good chance that Kevin Durant and Lana Rhoades could be having a super child together.
Listen,
That is my conspiracy time. I don't know if you guys have anything else to add, but
of
I
the
had a
two
blast putting
guys,
this together.
of the two guys here that are possible dads, her ex-boyfriend is a white guy. Kevin Durant is black. So
Yep.
if that baby comes out mixed, Kevin Durant is gonna have to do some Drake level hide your kid from the world stuff
Absolutely.
to keep that out of the open because or else everyone's gonna know right away.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, I don't think it's easy even gonna be able to freaking hide his kid. Drake only got exposed by who? Pusha T. Like that's who he got exposed by, and that's because no one knew anyone was pregnant. No one knew anything about it until like 3 years later. Like
Yeah, and it also wasn't with a porn star who's huge on social media.
yeah. So that's a great conspiracy, Dawson.
That was by far the funniest one we've had
Thank
yet.
you.
Yeah.
That was great. Yeah.
I like nothing's ever gonna top the first one though.
The Michael Jordan.
That's Michael Jordan, Jimmy Butler. Liam, did you know that Jimmy Butler is Michael Jordan's son?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
But
Yeah,
let's-
so
All college these days.
could you imagine that child? Lana Rhodes and Kevin Durant? Jesus Christ.
NBA star / porn star.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's crazy. It's basically Magic Johnson.
yeah. Anyways,
All right.
On
Thank you
that
for
note-
coming to my show.
On that note,
Great.
Let's move on.
listen. If you're listening to this right now, maybe take a comment below. Did he do it? You think it's his kid? I guess we'll see when it comes out, but we'll keep you updated, especially when that baby comes out. Well, remember, January 2022, we'll let you know on this podcast whether we think it's Kevin Durant's or not.
okay,
Yeah.
one more thing before we move on. If it is his kid, I hope Michael Rappaport is the person to break the news.
So that's another thing.
Good-ass
So
videos.
that's another thing. So Lana, in like last month, she went on this podcast called the BFFs podcast, which is Dave Portnoy and some TikTok guy. And Lana Rhodes told Dave Portnoy who she hooked up with in Miami, who she fucked in Miami, whatever. And Dave Portnoy was like, oh, I know that, like on the show, he said, like, I know this guy. I'm trying to call this guy. Like, I can't keep a secret. Like, I'm going to go talk to this guy. And obviously, because of the Rappaport beef, like, Dave Portnoy and Kevin Durant are friends, right? Because they spoke about it. They sided on the same side. So, like, obviously, he knows Kevin Durant. So that just adds to the fire that it is Kevin Durant, which is crazy.
That is crazy.
I love
Yeah.
this conspiracy.
Yeah, this just keeps getting deeper and deeper.
Yeah, it's deep. There's levels to this shit.
Okay. Well, we're going to have to move on at some point, so we might as well do it now. Let's move on to our question of the week. This week it's kind of a different question. It's not really I mean, it could be sports related, I guess. It could be anything related, I guess. Okay. So what I came up with this week was, what or who is something or someone in the world that you think is criminally overrated?
Fantastic question, by the way. I might add. Fantastic.
Thank you. So I put in parentheses, it could be an athlete, a food, a drink, etc. Mine's kind of a weird one. I don't know if you guys are gonna like it. I'm gonna say two. One is more like, I think it's actually gross. I really don't think it tastes like it. One's a food, like they're both food. Okay, so the first
I know
one.
what one of them is.
So the first one is chocolate ice cream. I think it's gross.
Okay.
I think it's like the worst.
Gross.
I think it's the worst flavor of ice cream on the planet. Someone offers me chocolate ice cream, I'm absolutely never going to eat it. You know what? Maybe it's because I have a bias, but chocolate cake, not my thing. Don't dislike it, but chocolate ice cream is gross. Chocolate cake, not a big fan. Chocolate donut, not a big fan. But chocolate ice cream is gross. My second thing that I think is overrated, keep in mind what the word overrated means, okay?
Yes.
Is bacon.
I knew it.
Fuck you. I knew you were
knew
going to
it.
say that too.
I
Fuck
knew
you.
it.
You know what, Matt? I'm with you on
Bacon.
the chocolate ice cream thing, and
too,
you
me
guys are
too.
making faces, but chocolate ice cream
gross.
is gross.
No,
I don't think it's.
gross.
I think it's.
Look,
Probably far from the worst ice cream flavor because I think
Thank
there's
you.
bacon flavored ice cream now somewhere.
Yeah.
There's like pistachio ice cream, but of like the normal.
Pistachio ice cream slaps. Shut the fuck up.
I've never tried it. Whoa! Don't come at me. I've never tried it. I'm just saying.
Then
That
don't throw it in there. It's the worst flavors
you
ever.
would eat like a
listen.
nut flavored dessert, like just purely nut flavored
Okay,
dessert.
don't say nut. Shut up. There you go.
Okay, listen, Cam. I like that you brought up like the whole bacon flavored ice cream thing, because that is why it is overrated. People
But that's a thing of the past.
people are putting
2012 bacon, sure, it was overrated.
on everything.
But like,
Bacon is good. Yes, it's a good food. It's a good food. But it's overrated. Everyone puts bacon on everything and makes people think that it's better than everything. Like
I knew as soon as Matt sent out the schedule that he was putting this in.
like God, like I like bacon. Don't get me wrong. It's so overrated.
look, I'm with you that if I'm given a tub of Neapolitan ice cream, which is the chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, chocolate is absolutely the last to go. Absolutely.
So bad.
But if you think I won't eat a scoop of chocolate ice cream, like,
I
come
will
on.
not.
It's
I will-
not gross.
Gross.
Yeah,
Not
it's
gross.
pretty.
It's
gross.
not gross.
Gross.
I don't rate it. It's
Definitely overrated though.
It's it's hard.
Yeah,
Like
explain that.
Appreciate
very.
it.
But it's not gross.
I find it. I won't eat it, to be
I
honest.
think it's
Like,
gross.
You won't eat it?
Never
It's
ordered
ice cream.
I'm not
Never.
picky, but no, I was gonna put ice cream as my thing that's overrated. Like,
If
I think
someone
ice
offers,
cream is
Cam,
underrated.
if someone offers you chocolate ice cream, like you want ice cream and someone only has chocolate, you're saying no.
I'm saying
yeah,
no.
I don't even like ice cream that much. That's what I'm saying. But
Okay, you're
Yeah,
on the
no.
beach. It's 40 degrees outside.
I
No
can't
water, no
You're
anything.
in 40-degree weather, man. Are
How
you
can you
crazy?
be on the beach and have no water?
You're going to drink the fucking ocean water?
I would rather drink that than eat chocolate.
You'd
ice cream.
rather drink ocean water than chocolate ice cream?
Oh,
Oh
man.
my god.
I just
Salt
wouldn't
water
eat
or
it.
fresh water?
Us.
I would rather
Salt
have
water
no
for-
water than eat ice cream, though, chocolate ice cream on the beach, though. Think about how your mouth is gonna be after you
Yeah,
finish.
okay.
That's what
fair.
I'm
Oh.
saying, bro. I can't eat ice
no,
cream in
Cam,
hot weather.
Cam, I'm
feel
saying for just whatever reason, you're really craving ice cream, like really, really craving it. The
I would
only
never
thing the
crave
person
chocolate
has,
ice cream, bro.
just for hypothetical reasons.
Bro, it would never happen
And
though.
someone offers you chocolate ice cream, you're saying no because it's
If
too
I
much.
no, but I'm telling you right now, if I'm craving chocolate ice cream, just put a bullet in my brain. That's when you know I'm gone
That's
off
what
the
I'm saying.
rails.
You can't even make it hypothetical because it will
Okay.
never happen.
What about from Dairy Queen or whatever? You have a Blizzard, it's like there's like fucking Reese's, there's brownies in it, but the base is chocolate ice cream.
No, I don't want that at all. I would rather buy a fucking water bottle to catch to make myself
Okay.
feel refreshed.
Okay. And the bacon, like I get what you mean. Like if it was 2012 and people wore like T-shirts that said like "I heart bacon" and things like that, but like that's over now. Like it's normal. Bacon is
Yeah,
like it's-
Overrated.
I think it's.
I knew Matt was saying it.
First
Like I
of all-
would have bet my life savings
Probably
on
the
Matt.
number
winning.
one accessory for me.
That's something to say. It's so versatile, you know.
Yeah, no, I love it. Like to eat it just like that, maybe like I don't a
Still
bit
fire, but-
overrated. Yeah, it's good. Maybe a bit overrated, but like as a whole, bacon is amazing.
Yeah.
Also, I'm getting a breakfast sandwich. It's
Sausage.
sausage all day.
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
Sorry
yeah.
for all you who pick bacon. You're wrong.
All right. Mine, I don't know why I have this on my list, but it just pisses me off. 3D movies.
Oh
I
my
agree.
god.
Yeah.
I agree.
Oh, yeah.
3D
I don't
movies
agree with that.
fucking
I agree.
suck.
I
agree.
so agree with
Not only do they suck, but they cost more.
Yeah.
The fucking nerve of these people they're basically charging me to get a headache. That's basically what they're doing.
Dawson's
get a
on a
fucking
roll
headache.
today, folks. Dawson is absolutely on a roll.
I'm gonna add on to that just because when I was younger, I only wore glasses. I never wore contacts.
Yeah.
I would have to go see a fucking 3D movie with these on and then with the fucking. Bro, that shit was the worst, dude. Highly.
fucking
I would literally
worse.
rather pay less.
Yeah.
I would
I
rather
would pay more to see
not
non-3D.
see a 3D.
Yeah.
Literally.
Like
Absolutely.
$5 or $6 more, and then you get like cardboard glasses. that
Yeah.
are mad uncomfortable, and like you can't take them off, or else the headache doubles like easily.
And there was a point in like 2017 to 2019 where everything was 3D.
Yes.
It's like, oh, you're seeing Hangover 3 in 3D. Like, there's no 3D effects at all. You're just like fucking there with glasses for no reason because they know they can charge you more. So like Iron Man, sure, like whatever, it's one thing, but oh my god, like, ugh, drives me
The only movies that were
crazy.
fire in 3D were like the Transformers movies. Those
Yeah,
were fire.
because there's actually like shit coming at you.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, no, fuck
That was
3D
nasty.
movies.
Dawson, that was pretty sick when you just said that.
Yeah.
Ugh, next,
All right, mine's pretty basic, but I feel strongly about it, and it's pineapple on pizza. I think it's bullshit, to be honest. Like, sweet things just don't. I don't like the mix.
But how is it overrated?
Yeah,
if
but it's not
everybody hates
overrated.
it?
People hate it. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, but there's a cult
People
following
love
behind it too.
man. There's a cult. Yeah, literally.
There's
You
a
said
big call. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I don't.
I fuck with pizza. I fuck with pineapple, but like, you can't like. I don't know. To me, it just doesn't go together. And people who love it. I cannot understand for the
It's
life.
not as bad as people
I'm not gonna lie, I was a hater, and then I tried it.
I
Kinda
tried it.
slaps.
I'm
and
telling
I-
you, bro.
Yo, think about
Telling
this.
you, bro.
Yeah, pineapple on pizza. Okay, to me it tastes like shit. But like people put like sushi and strawberries, like strawberries.
Yeah,
and-
that I don't fuck
like,
with.
dude. just
That I don't fuck
keep it
with.
simple,
Okay.
you know? I don't know. For me it's way overrated, and it does not like warrant the hype it has.
I have something to say about this, okay? So, as a kid, I never really thought there was a problem with it. So, as a kid, I tried it. I liked it. Grew up with it. Still like it to this day. Personally, I like just cheese on my pizza. I'm a weirdo like that. I'm just a cheese pizza guy, okay? But the thing I have such an issue with is people that'll... Liam, I don't have an issue with you not liking it because you've tried it and you don't like it. But people like Dawson, who were haters and just never try it. Like, if you say, I hate this because and you've never tried it, what do you mean?
I hated the concept of it.
But, like, people are like, oh, pineapple on pizza's gross. And I'm like, did you try it? They're like, no. And I'm like, so how the fuck do you know? Like, that's so stupid. Like,
Fair point. It's a fair
like if you try it, if I give you a slice, you try it, and you legitimately don't like it, fine. Hate it all you want. Okay? But don't freaking knock something until you try it, please.
Yeah, but
God damn it.
pineapple with like sausage slaps.
Dude, I like pineapple on my pizza. I don't know what you want me to say. I also like mint chip ice cream. And a lot of people don't like
Yeah, I
that.
don't get the hate behind that. That's immaturity. Grow up.
That's the best flavor of ice cream.
Thank you.
I
Like,
actually
mint is
love it.
good.
Bro, Dawson came out firing today.
Fuck, I need to. Ugh. I haven't
So
gotten out
yes,
today.
I'm with you 100%. Terrible.
like to me,
It's not good. It's not good.
fruits do not belong with salty things.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like if you have
Me.
salty then sweet or sweet.
Have you ever
then
had the
salty.
Chicago mixed popcorn? Like
Yeah,
the caramel and the
that's
cheese?
the best.
That's
That's
okay.
amazing.
That's okay.
That's sweet and salty.
I know. I'm not saying all sweet and salty is bad. I'm saying most of it is bad.
Yeah, also specifically cooked,
Specifically fruits. Yeah.
and also like cooked, like
Yeah. That
cooked
too.
pineapple on like melted cheese with hot pizza sauce and a crust. I don't know.
Okay.
I have tried it. I don't really like it.
That's fine.
Overrated in my eyes.
All right, I have two, and one's really minuscule, but the first one is like very close to my heart, and I really hope none of you guys like it. But Nutella, overrated.
It's
Very-
over. Like,
It's overrated.
I don't eat it enough anymore, but I feel like that was also something like Dawson said. Like
I heart
in
Nutella.
2012. Like,
yeah, absolutely. I don't think I've had Nutella probably in like 5 years.
me too.
Yeah.
the only reason I say this is because every time someone offers it to me or like talks about it, and I say I don't like it, it's like I don't. I
They're
just
like, oh my god, you don't like
Yeah,
Nutella?
yeah, exactly. Like so I'm passionate about this. Like
Yeah, but do you not like it, or you just think it's overrated?
both.
Okay, so you don't
I
like
don't-
it. Okay.
I don't hate it. Like it's okay, but like I won't have toast with just Nutella.
Peanut butter over Nutella any day.
100%.
But like if you do peanut butter and Nutella,
That's gas.
that's not so bad.
Nutella on a crepe with strawberries?
I think if I was allergic to peanuts, I'd still rather peanut butter over Nutella.
Oh, fuck.
But yeah, and the second one
Was that the minuscule one?
No, that was the big one. Like I'm
Okay.
passionate about that, but the second one is we got to bring it back to sports a little bit.
Ugh.
University of Texas everything about it, but specifically the football program, and even more specifically, is why it's minuscule. Is Sam Ellinger? Just get out of here.
I agree. I
Hey,
agree.
he's a
I
cult
agree.
now.
You're
huh?
talking about the whole University of Texas program that is overrated? Like you're talking about the football program or like everything? Like just the whole
school, yeah.
university?
Yeah.
But bro, I mean, going to that stadium is freaking lit. Playing at Texas, that'd be sick.
Yeah,
You might say that
if they could start winning some games.
I think it's overrated. Yeah.
You
I think
their-
it seems sick,
Do you
but
think their
it's not
program is
actually.
overrated, or do you think the school is overrated?
Bro,
I think the school is over. Everything about it.
it's literally
Throw the whole state in there. Fuck
Yeah.
Texas.
Bro,
Yeah,
it's
honestly.
literally like the U, bro. Like the U and USC, they're so hung up on what they used to be that everybody just wants to go because of what they were. And they haven't done anything in the past, 10 years.
A great point, actually.
Yeah, and really just Sam Ellinger. I don't like that guy.
Yeah, I hate that guy.
He's
Yeah,
like
really
6'6" and he has a face of a 4-year-old.
He's a cult now. You leave him alone.
I will not.
He's
Yeah,
a cult
that's all.
six-string quarterback. Leave him alone.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for the Shane. All right.
All right. Overrated. Nathan McKinnon.
I just wanted to take this time to remind everybody that's been listening to us from the start that Rudy Gobert is the most overrated player in the
knew it.
NBA.
I knew it. I was thinking about it today. I was like, why did I even ask this question? I know what freaking Shaner's going to say.
Literally, as soon as I saw the question, nothing else popped into my head except for Rudy Gobert. What a bum. This guy did not deserve Defensive Player of the Year. I don't care.
Is that a second or third? No, that's just
It's his third. It's a joke.
Connor,
Whoever
come
votes on these awards,
Connor.
votes on these awards should not be voting anymore. It's an absolute joke.
dude. The guy's an absolute beast around the rim. There's not much else to say. It.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's,
but
not,
he's not-
that's not all that defense
That's
entails.
not, yeah, bro. You can't. You put him against a 3. He can't guard him. You
That's
put
not his position. That's not
No,
his
but
position.
no, but there's guys that can guard 1
there's
through
guys
4.
that can guard. Yeah,
I agree.
exactly. So if
So
you're a
that makes
defensive-
them a better defender.
Yes.
Sorry, Shane. This is
Thank
your
you.
argument.
No, you did. You said exactly what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
He's a bum. He's a scrub.
Okay.
Take it easy.
That's cap. But
He's
okay.
overrated.
Would you
Okay.
take him on the Raptors?
No,
What?
cap?
I would, but I wouldn't.
He loves it. Aaron Baines is the center of the Raptors' future.
No, Aaron Baines is fucking gone.
Honestly, I would take any center except for Aaron Baines right now.
Facts.
Bring back Alex Len,
No, Kem Birch. Kem Birch and Chris Boucher. Canadian boys.
Montreal boys, huh?
I was
Montreal
gonna say
boys.
Montreal boys.
I'm not gonna lie. I love that segment.
Absolutely.
Question. We might have to turn it into a segment, but whatever.
Yeah.
Let's move on to our bold predictions of the week. So, if you guys remember my bold prediction from last week, I basically just said that the Habs are going to win games 1 and 2. And here we are with the Habs not playing game 1 or 2 yet. So, that's good. I'm just going to keep the same one. The Habs, they're going to win game 1 and 2. What happens after that? I can't predict. I'm not a fortune teller.
All right. If you remember my bold prediction of the week, let me know because I don't remember it. This week, right now, there's pretty much a unanimous AL MVP, and his name is Vladdy.
Bro, he's going
This
off.
week, Vladdy will have a 3 home run game.
I like
a
it.
3-homer game.
I saw
Whoa.
today actually. Shout out to Arash. Vladdy's first in
All-star
All-Star
voting.
votes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sick.
Because he leads the league in RBIs and home runs.
No. I don't. I'm not against the statement, but I'm happy for him.
But for a guy on a
Before-
Canadian team, like,
And before we move on, I just want to talk about a guy in the NL. I read this crazy stat, okay? This pitcher, you may know him, you may not know him. His name's Jacob deGrom.
Who's that?
Yeah, seriously. Plays for the New York Mets. Probably the best pitcher we've ever seen at this point.
Mhm.
If you don't know, in the NL, there's not a designated hitter. You actually have to have your pitcher hit. So this guy currently has 3 earned runs against. So that means in all of the innings he has played, it's only his fault that 3 runs have happened.
that's fucked.
And he has 4 RBIs, which means he himself, as a pitcher who's not supposed to be able to hit, period, has
Tell that to Otani.
4 runs batted in has more runs batted in than earned runs against. And we're pretty much like the middle of the year, maybe like
That's fucked.
before, maybe a little bit past. I don't know.
Actually,
But
yeah.
that's an unbelievable number. Like, I don't think we'll ever see that type of number again.
Like he's basically posting shutouts. Like it's fucked. Like how many games has he started now?
Probably like 10.
Yeah, probably 10 plus. Like,
Crazy.
3 earned runs in 10
runs in
games.
10 games.
It's fucked.
Ridiculous.
Unbelievable.
Well, similarly to Matt, my bold prediction last week has not occurred yet. I said Germany would beat France. That's going to happen tomorrow. It's going to happen tomorrow. And I'm going bold again in the Euro. On Thursday, Austria and the Netherlands are playing. And I'm going to choose Austria to beat the Netherlands.
For those who don't know, Liam is a big David Alaba guy.
They played pretty solid. Like, they played lights out against, obviously,
North
the
Macedonia.
tournament. It's okay. I think they're in great form right now. And it has great value at plus 475. You just dropped like 20 bones on there, making solid money. So
Big betting guy.
Austria to beat Netherlands Thursday.
I like that.
I mess with it. Mine may or may not be done by the time we film next week. But this is, my hockey predictions get bolder and bolder by the week. But the Habs and the Islanders will be in the Stanley Cup final.
I
Tampa's
see a lot
gone.
of people saying that.
Please.
I seriously believe it could happen though.
I'd like to see
Y'all
We
caught-
could win the Stanley Cup if that happens,
How
which is
crazy.
fucking crazy.
I don't know if you guys caught Tampa and the Islanders yesterday. Good game. Like, that's gonna be a 6 series. I love Barry Trotz as a coach. I don't know. We'll see. Vasilevsky's still playing fucking out of his mind, so we will see.
Disgusting.
Could you just imagine though, the Habs win the Stanley Cup?
during
like,
COVID.
It would
I
bring me
can't.
to tears. Like, actually.
Like I don't know what I would do. Like
I think I would cry.
yeah, absolutely. I cried when the Raptors won.
I
Yeah.
also did that. Whoa.
I also told my mom to be prepared to bail me out of jail if that happens.
Yeah.
I'll be sitting right there next to you, brother.
Good.
Episode 30 from the prison cell.
You have fucking Shane and LBS on the payphone.
Expensive phone call.
This call is being recorded.
You're receiving a collect call from
Yeah.
Montreal County Jail.
Why is this bold prediction segment taking so long?
Love it.
All right, Shane.
Okay. Starting Tuesday, the Blue Jays and the Yankees play a 3-game series. The Blue Jays are sweeping the Yankees.
Probably.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Probably the Yankees can't score a run if
That's
they're
gonna be
like,
my lock of the week.
Oh,
No, I'm kidding.
that's crazy.
Oh man.
oh, it's not a great time to be a Yankees fan. Let me tell you, it's brutal. It's brutal to watch. I don't understand either. They have such good players. Like, it makes no sense. But anyways, let's move on to a segment we haven't done in quite a while. That's actually a very popular segment. A segment that's simply called This or The. All right. So this week we are doing This or That Week 1 starting QB edition. Okay, so I have 5 teams here, and I listed possible quarterbacks that will start in Week 1. All of these options can be listed as other. You could have put other on your paper, and that's fine. Okay? You just have to explain who it would be, I guess. So, the first team we have is the obvious one. Huge quarterback controversy. The Houston Texans. So, will the starting QB be Deshaun Watson, Davis Mills, or Tyrod Taylor, or, of course, other?
Oh, when you sent it to us, you didn't give us other. You didn't say Tyrod Taylor. You just said Davis Mills.
You got to know he's on the squad, bro.
I know, but I put him as other because he didn't say his
You
name.
put him as
Just
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
explain that.
God damn. This guy's lying. He's lying.
boys. All right. So I have we all have Tyrod.
Yeah.
I mean,
Shane
Shane
has
has
other.
other. Who's other?
It's because you lied. I'll show you the text. Bring up the receipts, boys.
The
Oh,
guy
anyway,
who
we're all
thought
there.
Davis Mills was going to go in the first round doesn't even have the confidence to say he'll be a week 1 starter.
He's going to be the week 2 starter because
right.
the Houston Texans are going to try and inject something into freaking Tyrod Taylor's lungs, and it's going to go south again.
Yeah, there's not much more to say about it. To me, it's all about Deshaun.
Yeah, Deshaun might be chilling with LBS and Shane in jail.
So, like, at this point, Deshaun Watson, first of all, doesn't want to play for the Texans.
No.
Second of all, probably will not be able to play in the NFL if all these cases of sexual harassment turn out to be true. So, I guess Davis Mills, is he their guy for the future? Probably not, because they're probably going to finish last and then take, I don't know, fucking Sam Howell. Probably not. Probably a different guy. Anyways, at 1. And I guess Tyrod Taylor's just got that experience. And he had his job taken over because some
Got stabbed in
doctor
the
was an
lung.
idiot. And then Justin Herbert, the freaking quarterback prospect of the century for the Chargers, got put into place and absolutely balled out. So Tyrod Taylor, here's your like 6th chance with the Houston Texans. Probably not a great situation to be in, but you're going to be the week 1 starter.
Oh, boy.
Next.
Does anyone want to say anything else?
Hello.
No. Next question will be next team will be the Chicago Bears. We have Justin Fields, Nick Foles, and Andy Dalton on the roster. So raise them up. I myself have the red rifle. So does Cam. Dawson has Nick Foles. Liam actually has Justin Fields, and Shaner has Dalton as well. So what I have to say is I think I'm getting like a strong Tua vibes where he'll probably like start in like week 5 or 6, something like that. But Andy Dalton's not a terrible option to have to start the season and have a guy under. I mean, he seems like a guy you want to have on your team, have on your roster in your locker room, especially when you're bringing up a new guy like Justin Fields. But I don't know. Justin Fields looks like he's been slinging them at training camp. So not training camp, but rookie camp or whatever. But
yeah, that's all I was gonna say. I've only been hearing positive things about him, so I just went with him. So we'll see if they roll with him week 1 or not.
I should have big dick Nick.
I think
just put it out just so you can say that.
Yeah.
with 3 quarterbacks like this, one of them is bound to be gone before the start of the year, and I think that guy's Nick Foles. But I do think it could be Andy Dalton too. I don't know why they'd sign him to cut him before the season starts, but yeah, I like his chances, and Nick Foles probably gone. I don't think Fields gets a start too early. I agree with you, Matt. Probably in the first, like, before the midway point of the year, but yeah, not much to say about them.
Yeah, I don't really have anything to say. I think, apparently Fields looks really good, like you guys said, but I mean, they signed Dalton, and I think after the Trubisky situation went south, I think they're going to try and let Fields sit for a little bit, learn the offense, and then when they think he's ready, they're going to put him in. The Bears were a playoff team last year. Their defense is still nasty, so they're going to – obviously, I think Dalton can keep them in there until Fields is ready for him to come in and explode that offense.
Yeah.
I also just saw that Brandon Marshall visited them. The linebacker, not the receiver. The linebacker from Denver. He also visited the Niners, but that'll be another piece to that defense. So
Yeah, exactly.
That's huge.
Okay. Next team. We're going to go to LBS's favorite team here. And we're going to go with the New England Patriots. Will the week 1 starting quarterback be Mr. Cam Newton or Mr. Mac Jones? Raise him up. So
I was just about to write my shit like that.
Okay, so we all have Cam Newton. Listen, I know you guys don't like when I say this, but I think Mac Jones is going to be the next guy for the Patriots. But does that mean he's going to be the guy right now? I don't think so. I think Cam Newton's I said this last year at the start of the year, he's got something to prove, and then kind of laid a goose egg after he got COVID. But once again, apparently Cam Newton is absolutely fantastic in the locker room. Gives everyone nicknames and stuff. That's what Mac Jones was saying.
Mac and cheese, baby.
Yeah. So
He looks like
Jones
he eats
will
a
be
lot
their
of it.
guy. Maybe he starts a couple games this year. You never know with Cam Newton. He gets injured a lot, but who knows? I don't see the Patriots as a playoff team. You know what? Yeah, I do. Fuck it. Maybe as a wild card. Maybe. The AFC is pretty stacked right now. And there's an extra team again, right, this year. So, but yeah, never know. Maybe if they don't make the playoffs, Mac Jones gets like week 17 or week 16 and 17 start because they don't make the playoffs. But
I just think it was Cam's job, like going into the offseason, and it's his to lose basically. So if he performs well, I think he's gonna start week 1 for sure. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I don't think the Pats are in any rush to get Mac. Like they have still a very good, above average roster to say the least. Like have made some good free agent moves. We'll see how those play out. But yeah, I don't see them. Bill Belichick doesn't have a history of rushing guys into games, so I think they'll be patient with him.
Stop the Cam slander. It's his team. It's not even up for debate. This is a stupid question. Not from you, from like the media.
It's such a fucking stupid question,
It
man.
is. Not
Idiot.
from Matt. From the media, them always making shit up. It's stupid. Mac Jones doesn't even deserve to start.
As much as I don't like him, though, I'm hearing Mac is slinging at camp too.
Mm-hmm.
He could sling from the bench.
Okay, he can sling Gatorade to Cam.
Yeah, exactly.
Not Powerade.
Okay, let's move on to the fourth team. We're going to go with the Denver Broncos. We're going to go with Teddy Bridgewater, Drew Lock, or other. Raise them up. All right, so so we all have Teddy Bridgewater except for Dawson, who has other. Mind to elaborate?
It's gonna be Aaron Rodgers.
Shit.
Aaron Rodgers is going to the Mile High. He's going to end out his career like Peyton did in Denver. Because I don't know. The Packers are just fucking – I don't even know what to say. But, yeah, that's the bold prediction.
I mean, at this point, that would be crazy. It's definitely a bold prediction. So what I actually think is going to happen is Teddy Bridgewater is going to start. Drew Lock, I think, has had his chance. I mean, he doesn't have a terrible supporting cast around him. He's got some pretty quality guys, especially guys playing running back and receiver. It's not like he's got nothing there, especially last year. But
I mean, he missed Cortland Sutton for the whole
year.
Fair enough. But,
And Jerry Jeudy played like fucking ass. Sorry, Matt.
talking about one of the best route runners in the NFL, but it's okay.
It's all good you could run a route, but if you can't catch the ball,
yeah.
Tons of guys who can run routes, but no. But I think Cortland Sutton's gonna. I would not be surprised if Drew Lock started.
I wouldn't be surprised either.
I wouldn't be surprised. But Drew Lock also missed a few games last year.
Mm-hmm.
We saw Kendall Hinton
That was fucking.
That
was crazy.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just feel like you give him one more shot, at least like a handful of games with the full offense. Like Cortland Sutton is very underrated.
Yeah.
One of my favorite receivers in the NFL.
He's sick.
So I wouldn't be surprised if he had like a top 10 season next year.
That's what I'm saying. Like Denver could have like a top 5 receiving core. Like,
And they have a great defense. So
Yeah.
that's why Aaron Rodgers or Deshaun Watson makes a lot of sense. But yeah, I think it's gonna be Teddy B right now.
Yeah. I don't think they brought him in just to sit behind Drew Lock,
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
Okay, so let's move on to the last one. And this is the big one, the big fish. The MVP of 2021, Mr. Aaron Rodgers, is a part of this little this or that. So the question is, who will be the week 1 starter for the Green Bay Packers? Will it be Aaron Rodgers? Will it be Aaron Love? What's his name?
Jordan
Love. What did I not think of that? And the other option would be other. Raise them up.
Photos, baby.
Everyone has Rodgers except for Dawson, obviously, because he said that
playing in Denver.
Denver. So he had Jordan Love. To me, I've said this from the start of this whole controversy with Aaron Rodgers. I think it's going to blow over. I mean, he didn't report to camp. I mean, it's not really surprising.
No.
Like, whatever. Like, something's going to happen where they're going to just be like, you know what? This is not worth it. They're going to play, and Aaron Rodgers is going to come back flying. So, yeah. Green Bay fans, I'm with you. There's nothing to be worried about.
I got nothing to say.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gone. I said that when we first started talking about this, when the news first broke. I still believe he won't be gone. So, yeah.
Can I just say, though, any team that's fighting to keep someone and they don't report to, minicamp right now, if you're fighting to keep a guy on a contract negotiation and, like, you're in bad blood and you find him, like, the $97,000 that you can find him, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Like, I would never do that. Like, I don't know if any teams do. Like, I don't know if the Packers or the Patriots will find.
But I'm pretty sure it's like not even it's not even something you can't do anything about. Like I think it's literally a clause in the contract.
No, because I've seen like they can now fine him up to X amount.
Yeah, it's like $93,000, a little over $93,000.
Yeah, so I don't know if they have the choice.
It's a
because they
team
say like
discretion.
yeah.
I feel like Bill Belichick would fine Gilmore just because he doesn't care, just because he's like.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're gonna fine Aaron Rodgers.
No, I agree. I don't
That'll
think
just
the
make the
Packers.
situation like 10 times worse.
And
If they do, like,
well, look how the teams responded. All his receivers didn't show up to camp
that's crazy.
and support him. So if they fine him and take this even further, they're just damaging themselves.
Like Aaron Rodgers would be the type of guy that fucking delivers them the fine in pennies. Like he'd just fucking get a
Probably
truckload of pennies and give it to the Packers.
Yeah. Okay. That does it for this or that. Week 1 starting quarterback edition. And now we move on to what is becoming a very, very popular segment. And that is a segment hosted by the defending champion, Mr. Dawson Spooner. And it's a little segment we like to call NBC Trivia. Take it away, kid.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of NBC Trivia. For the first time ever, excluding last week. So for the second time ever, we have 4 contestants on the show today. We're going to jump into, actually, LBS, tell me the order that you want, sports-wise. I'll let you pick.
What do we usually do? NBA, NHL, and NFL?
You can do that.
3.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
Start with NBA.
All right. In the NBA,
Out of the way. Let's go.
who has the most turnovers in NBA history? This is a individual player. Got it.
I think I know this. I'm ready.
All right.
Oh, I think I'm wrong. Fuck, I don't know.
3, 2, 1, lift. Matt has LeBron James. Wait, Liam, hold yours up. Liam has James Harden. Cam has Russell Westbrook. And Shane has Jason Kidd. The correct answer is LeBron James with 4,592.
that's crazy.
Are we ready for the second question?
Are you asking me or are you asking those guys?
That's a lot of turnovers.
It is a lot of turnovers. Who has the most missed field goals in NBA history?
Oh, man.
This is a player you all know. Keep in mind, it's someone who had to have taken a lot of shots.
That doesn't really narrow it down for me, but
I'm wrong, but it's fine.
We'll give it 3, 2, 1, and lift them. Matt has LeBron James. Liam didn't even write James Harden again. He just used the same paper. Cam has James Harden, and Shane has Kobe Bean Bryant. The correct answer, with 14,481 missed field goals, Mr. Kobe Bryant.
oh, good job.
I honestly had no idea until he said it's a player you all know, and then I don't know why it just popped in my head.
I think that was as big as a hint as that.
That was a good
After 2 questions, the score: Matthew Campbell, 1. Shane, 1. LBS and Cam at 0. Our next question and our final for the NBA round. Which player has lost the most games in their career? Which player has the most amount of losses in their career?
I have absolutely no idea.
Yeah, me too. Me either.
It's a hint. He's retired in the last 10 years.
Fuck.
I only have one guy in my head, and there's no way it's him.
Me too.
Are we ready to lift?
Wait. Yeah.
We're going to give a
I'm
3,
so wrong.
2,
Dude,
1.
whoa.
Lift him.
I'm so wrong, but yeah.
Dwayne Wade,
I was
Charles
thinking that
Barkley.
too. I was thinking that too.
Charles
Oh,
Barkley.
Shane, let's go.
I was thinking that
LBS,
too. I was
Are you going to
literally
lift one? Or?
I don't have.
LBS does not lift.
Please.
So
LBS
Matt
pulled
had
the
Dwayne
Cam.
Wade. Matt had Dwayne Wade. Cam and Shane had Charles Barkley. And LBS didn't lift a paper.
That's so
The
dumb.
correct answer, with 756 losses,
That's fucked up.
Vince Carter.
Oh, man.
Fuck me, I would have never gotten that my whole life.
You
We
know,
are done with the
That's-
NBA.
I'm
Dunzo.
just happy I had the same guess as Shane.
Bro, I don't know why.
I literally was so close to putting Charles Barkley on my page. I
Crazy.
kid you not.
All right.
I don't know why either.
On to the NHL. Once again, the score, Matt and Shane 1, Cam and LBS 0.
At least we're
Question 1 from the NHL. These are fairly easy. I expect 3 for 3 from all of you.
Wow.
Name the first overall pick in the last 3 drafts.
Each
Wait, we're
one?
talking hockey?
Yeah, hockey.
Do they have to be in order?
No, that's fine. Just name them all.
I don't even. Ugh.
I'm freaking drawing a blank now.
Me too, dude. What the fuck?
Me too. Oh, my God. I have 2. Wait. Oh, my God.
I have 2 also. I can't think of the third one.
Oh
I'll
my
give
God.
you guys a nice little 10 seconds.
I can't think of 2018.
Mm-hmm. Same.
Oh, my God.
We'll go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. If you only have 2, write them down.
I only
3.
have.
I only have 2.
Yeah, I only have
Alright,
2
well,
also.
Raise them, I guess. No, everyone just write a third one.
Okay. I'm trying to think of.
I'm so wrong.
All right. We'll get a 5 count going here.
I think
5,
I have one right one.
4, 3, 2, 1. Lift
Wait, I
them.
got it.
Matt has Alexis Lafreniere, Rasmus Dahlin, and Jack
Yeah,
Hughes.
that was my.
LBS has Lafreniere,
Yeah, I
Nolan Patrick, and Jack Hughes. Laff, Hughes, and Darlene.
How
And then, wait, Shane, what's yours? Lafreniere, Hughes, and Darlene.
Did Nolan Patrick even go over? Didn't even. No, he went
I can
second.
happily report that 3 of you got the correct answer
No way.
of Alexis Lafreniere, Jack Hughes,
Bro,
and
I
Rasmus
don't know why.
Dahlin.
I
Wow.
thought Colleen was like
I
20.
thought he was 17 or 16 even.
I thought he
Me
was
the one that I was freaking out about was Jack Hughes. I literally thought of that at the last second. Totally.
Oh no, I
forgot.
just remember Taylor Hall and the first overall curse.
Yeah.
Bro, I just
All right.
forgot that Buffalo had it that recently.
Yeah, me too.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cameron is on the board. The score now, Matt and Shane at 2, Cam at 1, LBS, our new friend, at 0.
Okay.
Our new friend.
Question 2. What year was Carey Price drafted?
Fuck.
I'm my answer.
Shane is locked in.
Right, but I could be very wrong.
Come on, boys. You got this. I believe in you guys.
I might be a year off. That's the only thing I'm scared of.
I'm wrong.
All right.
I think I'm
3, 2, 1, lift them. Matt has
Oh, it was
2007. LBS has 2007. Cam has 2007. Shane
2007
is
was the
lone wolfing it at 2005.
I think 06 was lockout, no?
No,
The correct answer,
lockout was 04.
Yeah, lockout was 04.
Oh,
2005. And Shane takes the lead.
But 2007 was the year he fucking lit it up at the World Juniors.
Yeah.
But he was playing as a 20-year-old.
Yeah.
Or
Fuck.
19, whatever.
Shane takes the lead. Shane 3, Matt 2, Cam 1, LBS 0.
Thanks for the.
LBS 0. In
Welcome to
2004, Alex Ovechkin was selected first overall. Who was taken second?
Come on, boys.
Nope.
Cam, you got to know this one.
Brian Ovechkin?
I didn't know this one until I saw it.
Really?
Yeah, I had no idea.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna be.
I think I'm wrong because I think the guy I just put down went first overall.
I'm gonna be straight with you guys. He's a superstar.
I know who it is.
Are we ready to lift?
Oh, I think I do know this, but oh fuck. No.
I'm almost like
I'll give you time, Cam. I'll give you time.
sure.
No, it's fine. I'm wrong.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lift.
Not the same year.
Oh, let's go.
Matt has Patrick Kane.
Bro,
Cam
Patrick
has
Kane was
Malkin.
2008.
LBS has Kane and Shane has Malkin. We are split between Patrick Kane and Evgeny Malkin. Correct answer. It was a 1-2 Russian year. In
Yeah.
2004.
Let's
Evgeny
go,
Malkin
Shane.
was the
I'm
correct
down bad right now.
I'm down bad.
Let's go, Shane.
The score after the NHL round: Shane 4, Matt and Cam tied at 2, and LBS 0.
It's gonna be the first ever goose egg.
No.
All right.
He's got a football
Could be.
one. He's got a football one in him.
The theme of this week's NFL trivia is fantasy football.
Oh, no.
In last year, 2020, who had the most fantasy points?
Oh, I can't spell. Yikes.
I'm thinking of two guys here.
Fucking now I'm thinking of.
I'm just thinking of one. I got it.
I'm gonna go with my gut.
I went straight gut. Answered it right away.
All right, let's lift them. So we have Tyreek Hill, LBS, no.
LBS.
And then we have 3 Camaras. The correct answer,
Bro, there's no way he didn't get it after that 6 touchdown game.
with 405.1 fantasy
I
points.
feel like it was a quarterback.
Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Wow.
I had them both, and I still lost.
I was gonna say Deshaun because I know he led the league in yards like up to like
All right.
fuck. Anyways.
Question 2.
Yes, it's down.
Shane, if you get this correct, you lock in the victory.
Sounds good.
Which non-QB had the most fantasy points last season?
Fuck.
I thought this one up, yeah.
Oh, no. Where is it? Watch it be like Derrick Henry or something.
Yeah, that's the two guys.
Funny that you say that, Shane, because the correct answer is Derrick Henry.
With that. I was thinking that when I said I had two guys in mind before, it was Kamara and Derrick Henry. Fuck.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I mean, that still wins in the freaking. That still
Still
wins.
wins him. Shane, congratulations. You'll be hosting next week. Just for the fun of it, raise your papers again, because the question was, who had the most fantasy points in a single game? Correct answer.
No goose egg, eh?
LBS. Yeah, you know, LBS is on the board.
Hilarious.
So with a final score of 5 for Shane, 3 for Cam and Matt, and 1 for LBS, Shane is your champion.
Congratulations. Well deserved.
Shane and I are just
Good
playing
for you,
musical chairs
Shane.
up here. We're just swapping.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well deserved.
Congratulations.
I think you won it off that Kobe one. That was a
I'm
good.
back. I'm back.
Thanks to
fam.
you, Dawson, because that was I think the most my brain has like raced during trivia so far. I really had to like think hard.
All right. That does it for another round of NBC trivia. Congratulations, Mr. Shaner. And now we move on to everybody's favorite segment, and that is Top 5. All right. Today, we are doing Top 5 Conn Smythe candidates if the playoffs ended today out of all the 4 teams, okay? So before I start with my list, I would just like to say what I thought about. And I said, you know what? I think the fact that all 4 teams made the Stanley Cup semifinals, at least one guy on each team deserved to be on this list, okay? At number 5, I was very split between 2 guys on the Islanders. So my shout out, my special mention goes to Josh Bailey. Second on the team in points. And at number 5, I have Jean-Gabriel Pajot, the man, is leading the team in points right now. He was a Habs killer on Ottawa. We always hated him, but special talent. Number 4, Andrei Vasilevsky, playing some absolutely great hockey. Both games that they won, that they were clinching the series, he had a shutout in. It's a great thing to do. Number 3, I have the goalie that we are playing against tonight, Marc-Andre Fleury, playing out of his mind. Not that Vegas itself, their whole team is playing pretty well, but Marc-Andre Fleury in that first series was very valuable, still is playing very well. Number 2, I have a second guy from the Tampa Bay Lightning, Nikita Kucherov. Guy missed the entire season, comes out and lights it up. Right now, I think that the Tampa Bay Lightning, they lost game 1, but I think he's got to be up there in terms of playing the best hockey. Number 1, the most valuable player in these playoffs. And to me, it's easy. And it's Carey Price. Not a chance in the world are the Habs making it past game 5 of the first round series if Carey Price is not in nets. Carey Price has absolutely led them straight to the Stanley Cup semifinals, playing out of his mind, playing like the goalie of this generation as he should be, playing like a guy who should be earning $10.5 million. Carey Price, number 1 on the list, easy decision.
All right. I have a similar list. But at 5, I have Mark Stone. Outside of his first game against the Avalanche where McKinnon potted he had 4 points. That line pretty much shut down McKinnon the rest of the series, obviously. So I have him at 5. At 4, I have Kucherov, like Matt said. Coming back, just absolutely lighting the lamp. At 3, I have Vasilevsky. At 2, I have Marc-Andre Fleury. And at 1, as he should be, Carey mother frickin' Price.
Sheesh. No love for the Islanders.
No love for the
Islanders.
Islanders.
A win in the Stanley Cup semifinals right now.
I couldn't leave any of these guys off the list, to be honest, for me. So
That's fair. I have a very similar list. I
respect the Mark Stone vote.
thank you.
Yeah, me too.
Shaner, big Mark Stone guy.
Big Mark Stone guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, similarly to Matt, I gave every team who's there a guy. So at 5, I put Vasilevsky, as you guys have said, has been playing pretty well. Pajot at 4, carrying the load for the Islanders. Fleury at 3, Kuch at 1. At 2, sorry. What he's been doing is actually crazy. I think, considering the fact that he didn't play in the regular season. Most guys come out flat when they come back from an injury. And then obviously number 1, our boy Carey, carrying the load for the boys. Hopefully this is the year, man. This could be the year. Hopefully.
I'm waiting for Shane to put Austin Matthews at number 1 on his list.
Absolutely.
5, Nathan McKinnon. You guys think we're being biased with Price at 1? I don't think so, eh?
No.
I don't
I
think
think
so.
if the Habs win, I was talking about this today, and so we were talking about the Conn Smythe, and I said Carey Price is the most obvious choice for one. The 3 other teams, there's maybe a couple guys you could give it to.
Yeah.
2, 3, sometimes 4 guys you could give it to.
No one else on the Hab even makes close to an argument.
Toffoli's up there.
I was gonna say Toffoli's just been a part of every big moment so far. I feel like,
Yeah.
but but it's Carey Price. If the Habs win the cup, it's absolutely Carey Price.
Yeah, 100%.
I think if
explodes in the next 2 rounds.
even if they don't make it past this round, I think Price could still win it.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Has that ever happened?
I don't
I don't
think
know.
so.
Fuck, I don't know if that's gonna happen.
Sebastian Jaguar won the Conn Smythe, even though they lost when he was with the Ducks.
Sebastian Giguère. God damn, that's a name.
He won the Conn Smythe, but I don't think anyone's done it since then.
Yeah.
So I went with for one guy from each team as well, plus a wild card.
Yeah.
You guys aren't gonna like the top of my list, but I just went with a little bit of more who's more likely to win the cup. But so at 5, my wild card, I have Marc-Andre Fleury. It speaks for itself. He's 36 years old. He's doing what he's doing. Second to none. At 4, I have Josh Bailey. I really like that guy. He's been producing, like you said, Matt. He's second on the team in points. Had a nice assist on Barzal's goal yesterday. And he'll be a big part of their team going
Well,
forward.
listen, I didn't even know you got a point yesterday. Did Pajot get a point? Because if not, then they're both just tied. Then if he
No, I was looking at it today. I'm pretty sure Pajot's still above him, but
okay.
he's over 10 points, which is impressive. So, at number 3, William Karlsson. I think not enough people are talking about him. He's leading Vegas in points right now. He's a good face-off guy. He's good in his own end, good on the power play, and he's producing right now. So, what more can you ask for? At 2, I have Carey Price. Like we said, at number 1, I have Andre Vasilevsky. Just because, first of all, I think Tampa has a bit of a better chance of winning the cup than the Habs do. With that being said, though, like Vasilevsky's been a brick wall throughout the playoffs. Like I don't think he's had a bad game yet.
I didn't even have Kucherov.
What do you shake? What do you? Yeah, like I could only choose one wild card.
I respect it. Yeah, I don't know why
Matt, say your piece. I want to hear this.
You're like, what are you shaking your head so much about?
There's not a chance in the world there's anyone on this planet that is more valuable than Carey Price is right now.
No, but what he's saying is
likelihood to win the Conn Smythe. Do you think the Habs have a better chance of winning the cup?
The question wasn't likelihood to win the Conn Smythe. It was Conn Smythe if the playoffs ended today.
No, it wasn't. I'm gonna read it back right now. I'm gonna read it back right now.
Get the receipts.
Yeah, get the receipts, Dawson. Did I not just say that?
Top 5.
And me.
Conn Smythe
Top 5
candidates.
Conn
Yeah,
Smythe candidates if the playoffs ended today.
But that's kind of okay. Fine, fair enough. My bad for misinterpreting the question. But the playoffs don't end in the semifinals. Like there's still 2 full rounds to go.
But you can't. But this is a hypothetical conversation, Cameron.
No, we're all here. This is a real conversation.
Yeah, this is pretty legit.
All
But
right.
I still think there's a point to like. I still think Vasilevsky's been as valuable as Price has been. Like they've squeaked out a couple of tight games, and it's been because of Vasilevsky against arguably better opposition. So
I think the Habs have the worst shot of the last 4 teams to win the Stanley Cup.
Well, you saw that thing. I think it was probably Sportsnet. But they gave him a 0% chance of winning the cup.
Well, it was
the Athletic. They
like
vote.
based on their votes.
32 experts just picked their
Yeah.
Stanley Cup winner.
Yeah.
And no one
Yeah.
picked Montreal.
The Athletic has 38 NHL writers, and one of them's a huge Habs guy too, and he didn't even vote. So yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So if we were basing it off like Cam's thing, I wouldn't have Price at 1 either. But number 5, I have Vasilevsky. Just because I put like the top 4, I put the player who on the team deserves it most. Obviously, Vasilevsky, I needed a 5th player, and Vasilevsky is probably the best second option right now. At 4, I have Pajot. The guy has, like, I was looking at it, and I wasn't going to put him on. And then I was like, maybe I should put an Islander. And I realized that he has the same amount of points as the guy who everyone thought should have won the Conn Smythe last year in Braden Point. Like, they're tied in points right now.
I think Braden Point has a case right now too.
Yeah, that's why I was going to put Point on my list, and then I realized Pajot had the same amount of points as him. At 3, I have Kucherov, just because he leads the playoffs in points by like a solid margin. I think it's like 5 points or something. And for him to come off an injury like that and just – I know he practiced for like 2 months, but for him to come off an injury, not play a game in however long it was, and then just explode like that is crazy. At 2, I have Fleury. Doing it at 36 years old is ridiculous. I don't care who's in front of you. He's stopping everything. And at 1, I have Price. Man's just going off.
For sure. And maybe I'm remind me if I'm wrong, but Cam, you're the only one who said that you're the only one who had Vasilevsky higher on the list than Kucherov. Did anyone else have Vasilevsky as a better? No.
No,
So
I did.
You did? You had Vasilevsky as a.
I had Vasilevsky at 3 and Kucherov at 4.
So you think tomorrow? Let's say by some weird miracle, Tampa Bay won tomorrow, and they lifted the cup. You think that tomorrow Vasilevsky would win the Conn Smythe over Kucherov?
I still think there's a lot of time left, and I think the Islanders play a very defensive game. Kucherov wasn't he was good. He was okay yesterday, but he wasn't crazy. I think the Islanders are going to do a pretty good job of shutting him down. And I think a lot of games are going to end with less than 4 goals scored. So I don't know. I just think there's still a lot of time left in the playoffs. My bad for misinterpreting the question. I didn't read it properly. That's on me. But I think with the time left and the way this series is going to go, Vasilevsky shut out Carolina twice, I think. He probably has a couple more in him. So, anyways, that was my train of thought. But, yeah.
I just put 3 goalies first.
In order for them to get past the Islanders right now, Vasilevsky's going to have to play perfect. And if he plays perfect, he's ahead of Kucherov for me also.
I know what Kucherov does too. I just don't see Tampa scoring 5-6 goals a game, at all.
They only did it once against Carolina also. Like they only had exploded once offensively, I think.
Yeah.
So.
And if anyone knows how to game plan against a team like Tampa, it's Barry Trotz. So we'll see. We got this is gonna be 2 sick series. I can't wait to watch them.
Okay, that does it for top 5. Now we're gonna move on to the segment we end every week with. That's our lock of the week in terms of betting. Okay, so I'm going to take it back to soccer and the Euros. Euro 2020. It's being played this month. So my lock of the week will be on Friday. Croatia will defeat Czech Republic. So Croatia money line, lock of the week. Luka Modric, don't let me down. It's my boy.
Did anyone see Croatia's goal or Czech Republic? I think it was their second goal from midfield.
The line But if you see where the keeper was,
I just saw him run into the net and
dude, it was fucked. He was so far out of the net,
Yeah. My lock of the week, as much as I hate to see it, I hate to see Ice Tray go home. The 76ers will wrap up the series this week. They're currently up 2-1. I think they play Wednesday. I don't know. Do they play tonight too?
Yeah, I think
They start now.
Yeah, so they're playing tonight and they're playing Wednesday. I think it'll be done by Wednesday. I think the Sixers are taking the next 2 games.
My lock of the week is Vladdy Jr. to hit a home run this week. So freaking put money on it every game, even if it doesn't hit. It's always going to be a plus, whatever. So you're bound to make some money, and it's a great bet, great lock, great value.
I'm not a big soccer guy at all, but I'm gonna bring it to the Euros. I really liked Belgium in the World Cup almost 2 years ago. I don't know.
3 years ago.
3 years ago?
Yeah, 2018.
Just Lukaku, De Bruyne. I love De Bruyne. That's one guy. Him and Hazard. I've always followed them, but yeah. So they play Denmark on Thursday, and I hate to say this because I feel really bad, but that team's gonna be hard spirited. I don't know. They're gonna be heartbroken. So I have Belgium to beat Denmark on Thursday.
All right. On Thursday, Game 6, Bucks Nets. Giannis to get a double-double.
And win or lose.
Lock of the century there.
Exactly. Hey, it's called Lock of the Week for a reason, boy. I don't want to hear it.
Like when Cam was betting on Russ to get a double-double.
You can probably get some good value.
That was also me.
I like it.
Russ double-double was also me.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, Cam had a triple-double.
Boys, if you're trying to make money, it doesn't matter. You're trying to make money. You got to do what you got to do.
Okay.
A little minus 600.
But anyways, that does it for episode 27 of the Nothing But Controversy podcast. Once again, I would just like to remind you to go follow us on our social media platforms at Nothing But Controversy on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook, at NB Controversy on Twitter for some funny content. We post some great
content.
Yeah, some great content. Before we end off this episode, I would just like to once again welcome our new member of the NBC squad, Mr. Liam Barkley. Congratulations on making the team. You were boosted from guest star to official host. But yeah, if you're still here with us,
glad to be here.
give this video a like, give us a subscribe, give us a comment, and of course, Mr. Shaner with that Cavaliers hat on, we'll give you a little pecker. Have a great a little pecker.
No, a little peck. Pecker is something else.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, I mean, if you want that kind of pecker.
Too much sexual innuendo for one show, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, our conspiracy time is centered around a porn star. I set the energy for the episode here.
True.
Fair enough.
All right, Shane, come in and give us a pecker.
I'm not doing that. Just end it.